Most great ideas are stupid, which is the reason why you've got to stop being afraid of feeling like you're stupid. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Michael Mojo, the founder of Mojo Human Performance Institute, where we focus on business, mindset, and lifestyle hacking for driven mofos. The reason why I do these episodes is because I want to make sure that our community are the most driven bunch of mofos on the planet and that we're achieving great things. And I know that most people waste their life, and I just don't want you to be one of them. So I was working with someone the other day and we were going through some of their missions and some of their goals. And they said to me, Michael, it probably sounds stupid, but... And I stopped them and I said to them, tell me an idea that is now something that's common that wasn't originally thought of as being stupid. And they stopped and they thought about it for a while and they looked at me and then they smiled and they said, nothing really. And I said, can you see that when someone proposed to build a car, something with four wheels in this engine, and back in the old days it was a steam engine from what I remember, you've got this idea. Now that seems stupid. Why would you want a steam engine car with four wheels when you could ride a horse? Now that sounds stupid. Why would you want to put a toilet inside your house when you used to have to walk outside to a long drop? Now, I remember when my parents bought a really old house that they did up when I was a kid, and the toilet used to be outside. There was an outside toilet. The reason why is because you used to have to go and poop stinks, and so there wasn't really a proper sewage system and all that. So you poop out the back. Now, when someone comes along and says, we're going to connect this system together where you can poop inside your own house, that was probably sounded pretty stupid. When the idea of electricity came up, when it was, I guess there was lots of different ideas around this, but let's just say, people like Thomas Edison, where he's talking about creating this idea of a light bulb. And then you've got people like Nikola Tesla who are talking about using alternating current and being able to create a power station essentially and connect houses together to be able to run this form of electricity or power to a house. That probably sounded completely stupid. The idea of putting rockets up into space, building a flying machine, all of those things seem completely stupid, yet this day and age we don't consider that you can travel across the other side of the world as being stupid. So most great ideas sound stupid to average minds. Now you have to decide whether you're going to be an average mind or whether you're going to be someone who is doing something pretty great in life. Now when you decide that you're going to do something great, you'll realize that most people think that you're stupid until you show them differently. Now, I remember when I was younger and I said that I wanted to be a personal trainer, and most of my friends said to me, that's stupid, you're a diesel mechanic. Why would you want to give up a great job in order to go and do something where there's no money in that industry? Now, back in those days, it was almost 20 years ago now, personal training wasn't like it is now, where you can be a fitness influencer and earn millions of dollars. That was never even thought about. So most people that I knew who were personal trainers didn't really make a lot of money. But I wanted to do it because it was important to me and I believed in myself. So I ended up leaving a highly lucrative career in the mining industry in order to go and become a personal trainer. And then when I started making a lot of money in that industry, then people said, wow, we always knew that you would make it. Now that wasn't the feedback I got originally. Originally it was, this is stupid, it won't work. You're wasting all your money on going and studying all these courses and doing all this stuff and working on your mindset. All of these things that I used to do, everyone told me was stupid until I started making great money. And in my last year, which was about 11 or 12 years ago, when I left the personal training industry, I was making around, I think the last year I made $275,000 in that last year. So people then were like, wow, you've done great. But that's not what happened at first. Then when I told them that I was leaving in order to go and run an events company where I would speak about mindset and health, this we're talking 11, 12 years ago. Again, this was like, I can't even remember. I don't even think Instagram was around at that time. So we didn't have the social media influencers and all that stuff. We really didn't have a lot of even people advertising on Facebook or marketing. And so when I went to do that, everyone told me that it was stupid. Why would you leave an industry where you're already highly skilled? I was already well known in that industry. I was doing a great job. I had lots of contacts I was working in the medical industry, so I had a lot of medical contacts, and I left that industry to go run events and seminars on mindset and health anyway. And so everyone said that I was stupid. Now, for the first 3 years, it probably looked like I was stupid because I spent all of this money trying to get the business off the ground, going to business courses, attending business events, going and doing more mindset workshops. And I'd spent probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on trying to get that business off of the ground. Well, it probably wasn't hundreds of thousands in the first 3 years, but let's just say it was about 100 grand over that 3 year period with marketing, sales, doing a whole bunch of stuff, flyers, everything like that. And I'd pretty much blown all my money. I had to borrow money. I put money on credit cards, all of that sort of stuff. And so everyone's telling me I'm stupid. Then the first year, when we went from $80,000 a year in turnover to $1.2 million in under 12 months, everyone thought I was a fucking genius. And then all of a sudden, everyone comes out, we knew you'd make it, we knew you'd do a great job. Then everyone goes quiet. Then funny enough, I went out and bought a supercar about 4 years later, 4 years after that. And then it's so weird. If you ever want to see people's reactions, go out and buy a supercar. Not that I'm saying that you should do that, because it's a stupid idea, especially if you're not a car person. I love cars. They're my thing. I don't even care whether other people like them or not. They're just something that I love. So anyway, I'm working my ass off. I don't get messages from anyone. No one really ever says anything. I go out and I buy a supercar. I get like 83 messages, I think, on the first day that I put it up on social media. And people are like, dude, you're crushing it. Well done. Congratulations. Great work. And so I get all these messages of everyone congratulating me on how well I'm doing. The day before that, no fucking message at all. So it's really interesting that most people don't believe in you and back you until you've done it. And before that, they'll think you're stupid. So for anyone out there who is getting criticism from friends or family, or you're worried about people around you criticizing you and judging you and telling you that what you're thinking or what you're about to do is stupid, just remember that they will think that way until you achieve great things. And then they'll say to you, I always knew you'd do it, which is completely crazy. But don't be afraid to be stupid. Because being stupid in most cases, I mean, there are definitely people out there who do dumb shit. But if you're doing stupid things for the right reasons and following a mission and you've got goals and you've got dreams and you know what you're capable of, then get out there and do stupid things, because eventually you'll push yourself to a point where you achieve great things. And then everyone will think that what you did in the first place wasn't so stupid. And I know that there's at least one of you out there right now who's listening to this who knows that you've got decisions to make, that you've got to do things to improve yourself, that you've got to do things to grow. And there'll be a whole bunch of people around you who are judging you, who are criticizing you, who are bringing you down, or who are pointing out all the reasons why that stuff won't work. And they're going to be like that until you make it. And then when you make it, they will see the vision that you had and they'll say, I always knew you'd make it, which is interesting because that's what you need up front, but they don't give it to you. It's really interesting how people give you the respect and the accolades and the self-belief and everything after you've achieved something, which is when you've already got the self-belief and everything. But when you're starting and you don't have the self-belief and you know that things need to change and you lack the courage and you're afraid, that's normally the time where everyone comes in to criticize you and pushes you and brings you down. For those of you out there who are listening to this, please understand, it's completely normal. You just do what you've got to do you, because one day you're going to die and nothing's going to matter. And I know that that's pretty gruesome, but the truth is that one day you're going to die and nothing's going to matter. So make the decisions you need to make today, even if they're crazy decisions or what most people would consider stupid decisions, providing they're well thought out and providing you're moving towards a mission and a goal, and providing that you're driven and intelligent and you keep growing and keep learning, you'll figure it out. And should you do that, watch what happens. But give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to take some time as well, because it might take you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months to get the results that you want. It might even take 5 years. By making those decisions and moving in the right direction and everyone else calling you stupid, when it does work, then watch what happens. And that's the greatest reward, because there are people out there right now that when you achieve great results, you inspire them to make those decisions as well. And that's the great thing about achievement, is that when you achieve great things, you show other people what's possible. And when you share your story of success, it also gives people permission to do the things that they need to do, because they know how challenging it is to actually achieve in a society of average people. And remember, mediocre sucks, and most people want to be mediocre because most people want to fit in. And fitting in means being average, because average means same. And so when we're the same and we're all average and we're all trying to fit in, then nothing really stands out. If you want to stand out, then you've got to do things differently, and you've got to do something that most people who are average and mediocre won't understand. So just get out there and do it. Keep crushing it. Anyway, Driven Mofos, if you haven't joined the No BS Facebook group or No BS Business Hacks Facebook group, jump across. It's completely free. Go to the search bar, type in No BS Business Hacks on Facebook. You'll see the little pop-up come up. You can join that group. It's completely free. I drop in their tools, templates, trainings, Q&As, a whole bunch of stuff. And it's a community of absolute driven people who want to build businesses and do amazing stuff. So if you're a startup business, if you're a scaling business, jump in there. You'll be in a community of driven people who will get you, who will understand you, who will back you, who will support you. And also as well, you'll learn a lot of stuff that you need to learn pretty quickly if you want to grow a business. So jump across in there. It's the No BS Business Hacks for Driven Mofos Facebook group. Anyway, Driven Mofos, have a great day. Keep pushing it, keep crushing it, and make the decisions you need to make today. Have a great day.